First it was just a shadow following me home. Then one day I realized it wasn't following anymore. It knew exactly where to find me. Used to outrun the silence by staying busy every day, working overtime on my troubles, keeping the ghosts away. But every road led back to midnight, every distraction wore thin, and the things I thought I'd buried started breathing again. The darkness sat beside me like an old familiar friend, knowing every weakness I had and where my strength would bend. I told myself I'd beat it like I'd done 1,000 times. But some wars don't stay outside you, they move into your mind. I started learning my habits, started memorizing pain, knew exactly which memories would drive me half insane. It knew the names of old regrets, the ones I never speak, knew how to turn a quiet night into a sleepless week. And nobody else could see it, they just saw a man getting by while I was fighting conversations that were happening inside. I wore a smile like camouflage to hide what I became, and somewhere in the middle of it all, my darkness learned my name. The scariest thing about demons ain't that they won't let go, it's how they slowly become familiar till they're all you've ever known. My darkness finally learned my name, started calling me like an old refrain, knew every scar and every fear, and whispered them in my ear. My darkness finally learned my name, turned every loss into a chain, and every night became the same when my darkness learned my name. There were mornings I felt empty before my feet touched the floor, like my soul had been fighting battles all night long in a war. I stopped looking toward tomorrow, stopped believing things could change, started living in survival mode like pain was something permanent. And every mirror told a story of a man running on fumes, trying to hold together pieces inside a collapsing room. But the truth I kept avoiding was waiting there all along. The darkness got stronger every time I pretended nothing was wrong. Then one night I hit a bottom that I couldn't hide beneath, sat alone with all the things I was too afraid to speak. And for the first time in forever, I stopped running from the pain, stopped acting like my suffering was something I should contain. 'Cause darkness grows in silence, in places truth won't go, and healing starts the moment you finally let somebody know. And I learned the thing lose a little power every time they're seen. Maybe courage isn't winning, maybe courage is confessing that the battles you're fighting inside need more than your own blessing. My darkness finally learned my name, but it don't own me the same. I started speaking truth out loud and it lost some of its claim. My darkness finally learned my name, but I'm learning mine again. Beyond the fear and all the pain, I'm more than where I've been. For every soul who feels haunted by a past they can't outrun, for every heart still carrying things they never told anyone. You're not the voice that tears you down, you're not the worst thing you survived. And even when the darkness knows you, you don't get to decide your life. 'Cause shadows only look endless till you finally face the sun. And even the longest midnight eventually comes undone. My darkness finally learned my name, but I'm not afraid the same. 'Cause I found a light inside myself that survived every flame. My darkness finally learned my name, but it can't define my story. It's just a chapter that I lived through, not the end of all my glory. My darkness finally learned my name and whispered them in my ear. My darkness finally learned my name, turned every loss into a chain, and every night became the same when my darkness learned my name. But I'm learning how to live again. The darkness still remembers me, but that's alright, because now I remember who I am too.